3, 2, 1.
Welcome. This is an episode of Let's Get Drunk with B-Rad. I am B-Rad. I am your host for this beer review, driving the truck down the road to the destination. Hopefully, I can get you that closer to that beer that you enjoy. Let's start the show by, if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. It's something near and dear to my heart. 22 veterans die a day to PTSD suicide. So if you know a veteran, or maybe not, someone just suffering from depression or anxiety, give them a call. Reach out to them. Let them know you're thinking about them. That could save their life. This week, I've been out of action for a little bit. That's why I have not been posting any videos. But that's all right. I am back, and I'm back at full health. That's what's important. This week's beer review was suggested by my brother-in-law. He happened to shoot me a picture of this beer, and let's get on with let's go ahead and critique it. All right, let's get on with that. All right, today we've got a collaboration between Boulevard Brewing Company and Tech N9nes, the rapper. I don't know if anyone's who's not familiar with Tech N9nes. He's a rapper, and they got together. Let me give you a little history, and then we'll critique this can, this crazy can. Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City, Missouri, I believe, came into existence in 1989. 1989, the guy kind of started off like a regular, just kind of like a lot of craft beers start out. He started home brewing. I believe he went to school and everything, and then one thing led to another. You know, he starts off in a little building downtown Kansas City. Well, I guess not a little building, but enough to do a few 100 barrels of beer. And you know, this guy's been grinding since 1989, and that's when I enlisted in the Marine Corps, which was a long time. So being in the craft, being a business period, is pretty impressive to be in business for 20 plus years. And a little story about Tech N9nes out of the Kansas City area. His career started around 1991. So both companies, Kansas City area, they both started their legacies around the same time era. This is called, let's get on with the can, okay? It's a crazy can. I mean, I think they could have did a little bit better artwork for this. I mean, it's black, which I like. It's got silver lining. It's just got this weird looking snake here. It's got a coconut. It's got a little pineapple. Tech N9nes Bou Lou, wheat beer with pineapple and coconut added. And everyone knows I love pineapple, and I love to try the beers with it. 5.5% alcohol by volume, and it's got Kansas City, Tech N9nes. That's I'll give them a little bit. They redeemed themselves in this little part right here. Other than that, I think, like I said, I don't know how big Tech N9nes is. Honestly, I've never. I guess how this partnership came in existence is someone reached out to Tech N9nes and said, "Hey, we would like to do a beer with you." Tech N9nes apparently had a hit song called Bou Lou, I believe is the name of the song. Just YouTube it. It's on YouTube. And so the name Bou Lou was how Tech N9nes was like, that's got to be the name for it. And in this hit song of his, he has a signature drink. He likes to drink 151 rum, and I believe some Malibu coconut rum, and some pineapple juice. Now, that's a pretty strong drink, especially Bacardi 151. But there is no rum in this. It's pineapple with a little dash of coconut. Now, I'm not a real big coconut fan. Honestly, I don't like anything that's coconut besides a Almond Joy candy bar, and I don't know how I can stand eating the coconut off that, because I really do not like coconut pie, cream pie, or any of that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of history between, I mean, I love to tell you guys a story, and the story is being that these two partnerships started around the same time. The guy had a big song, and then they designed a beer after that, which I find very creative. Who would ever thought that they could get that mix? But this is a wheat beer, so a lot of these beers I taste, they do it with IPAs, but this is with a wheat. So I'm not gonna lie, I've already sampled a little bit of it. I couldn't help myself. Had a little sample of it, and it's very delicious and stuff. I felt I need to go in another direction with this, and I want to thank. While I'm thinking about this, I want to thank my Canadian subscriber. Thank you very much for hitting me up, leaving me a message, let me know how you enjoy the show, and you can't get some of those beers. Okay, and I'm sorry, brother. Craft Shack, try Craft Shack. If anyone wants to know where they can possibly get some of these beers, I'm in the Wichita, Kansas area, so I'm in kind of Dewdog, Kansas, which is I'm not going to be able to get some East Coast, West Coast beer because things don't come to the Midwest as quick as they. So what I did was, and this took me a couple minutes to do. I thought I would write a rhyme since this is a rapper beer. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this started. Welcome to B-Rad's Beer Review. Now you're a part of my tribe, my crew, driving that truck destination for you. This week I've got Boulevard and Tech N9 collaboration. Tech N9, both veterans, a part of the game, have done their time, work hard and grind. Forward to the love of the dream, Tech N9 brings you the steam. Bring beer and music to the top, producing a quality product, cream of the crop. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give you my best opinion, be that flavor, that follower, a minion. This collaboration is legit. I'm glad Boulevard and Tech N9 never quit. This beer is all they say and more. If you try it, I'm sure you will score. Great taste. The pineapple hits you in the face. Let me turn the page. I've been rambling on. The wife is calling me. I'm supposed to be doing the dishes, and I'm gone. Please subscribe and be part of the B-Rad's tribe. Now, this is really something that I should have done, and I was struggling with that because I cannot read my own writing. I was sitting in bed jotting this down. I had a creative vision, and I thought I would share it with you. And we have a wrapper beer. I didn't do it with Action Bronson's beer, but I have heard of Tech N9 since he's in the Kansas area, and he comes down here to the Cotillion quite a bit. And from what I hear, he puts on a great show. So maybe one of these days I will check out Tech N9. All right, let's get on with the beer tasting. All right, the wheat beer. It's got. I can already smell the pineapple in it. It smells delicious. It's got a real cloudy look, like most of the wheat beers do. It's got a great head. Let's give this head, I'm going to give this head a 3.7. I'm going to give the color of the beer, I'm going to give it a 3.8. I'm going to give the smell a 4.0. And we're doing these things as a beer critique, as Beer Advocate or Untapped and all those. And what I'm getting out of this wheat beer is I'm getting a strong pineapple smell. I do smell the coconut coming through, and you do have the weedy smell coming through. All right, so let's give it a taste and let's judge the tasting. It's got a real sweet, real light. The coconut hits you towards the end, but you can still taste this as a wheat beer. So if you're a little leery, hey, I don't know, putting coconut and pineapple in there, it's going to ruin it. Very light taste, very clean, very refreshing. This would be a go-to for having a family picnic. You have all the relatives over, you're cooking some steaks, some burgers, some hot dogs, and you hand out a few of these. Um, they do run, I think the 4-pack ran me, I want to say about $12, something like that. Um, yeah, it's just a good beer, refreshing, very light tasting for a, you know, and it's not real high in alcohol content, but it's still kicking ass at 5.5% alcohol by volume. Now, let's say you're in Boulevard, you're at the Boulevard Brewery, kicking back, having a beer, maybe just got back from a Tech N9nes concert. You're sitting there minding your own business, and you get Gary Beckner. All right, now Gary challenges you to a beer chug-off. Okay, the loser has to buy the other one a beer, which my friend Gary would do that. I've had many beers with Gary, and that's why I've nicknamed this the Gary Beckner move. So this is kind of a tribute to my friend Gary, and I appreciate working with you and having beer with you all the time. Maybe you can be my first guest, Gary. So you get Gary Beckner, and you need to know if it's possible. I'm doing the work for you. I'm drinking this beer to see how it goes down. If it goes down nice and clean, and you're not gonna puke it back up or something like that, and maybe you can win that bet, and then Gary has to buy you a beer. So let's get on with it. The chuggability. Now the taste, I give the taste a 4.2. I like pineapple. I don't like coconut, but the coconut was bearable. So, and great sweet beer. Yum. Cheers. Whew. I don't know if you've seen that, but kind of a frothy head on there. Maybe for the juice in it and everything. Great beer. I give it to Boulevard. Great job, Tech N9nes. This beer represents you well, and I wish you well. I wish Boulevard Brewing Company, hey, great beer, great part from both of them. All right, this is the end of the show where I like to give tribute to our fallen brothers and sisters. So I'm gonna use the Lead Slinger. I believe this is Matt Best whiskey. Veteran owned and operated business. Matt Best, why don't you come and have a shot with me? That's what I challenge you, Matt Best. I challenge you to come and drink a whiskey, and we'll salute, and we'll do a beer review, brother. You may or may not. You probably never even heard of me. I only have 31. So please subscribe. This is to our fallen brothers and sisters sacrificed it all for our great country. I love America, and I hope you love America too. If not, get the fuck out of here. All right, and of course, always, I love the flag that they got back there. And always chesty puller wherever you are. And the smokiness in this really pairs pretty nicely with this beer. So that's another plus. Pairs nicely. If you want to do a little shot of whiskey, or maybe a little sipping whiskey. And let me thank a few people. Just remember, the best beer is your beer, free beer, and the beer that you like to enjoy. And there is no wrong or right to this beer review. I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and it's just all about having fun. So I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. And if I can make you smile, I can make you laugh, then so be it. I've done my job for the day. I'm not doing this for the money or the fame. I'm just doing it because I like to drink beer, and I'm sharing my experiences with you. So with that, thank you, Brad Lance, brother. Thank you for checking up on me in the hospital, messaging me while I was in the hospital. Of course, Scott Losky. Gary Beckner, thank you, brother. My brother-in-law, JJ Peschel, thank you. Mark Jackson, John Sanders, some Marine Corps brothers, of course, I cannot forget Casey Patch, Chris Nichols, and Chris Schmidt. Aeroplanes. I hadn't seen you hit the like button lately, brothers. How about showing me some love? I'll show you some love, hopefully. I'm back on my feet again. Hopefully I can get down there to you. I know I've been talking that shit for a while, and I'm just a little delayed on my actions, but I always keep my promises. Thank you just to everyone who watches my show, and please subscribe down below. Share the shit out of this. Give me some more followers. I'm sitting at 31. I would love to have 32. You know, like I said, it's not about being famous. It's not about getting paid. It's about sharing my love of beer with you, and we all can have a good time, tell stories, and all that fun stuff. And you know what? You want to be a guest on my show, you let me know. I live in Wichita, Kansas, so if you're anywhere near, come by. Maybe we'll go out in the garage. We'll have a few, put some steaks on the grill, whatever. So, thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching. And give you another one. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Simplify. Hoorah.